What is going on, guys? We got a game day in front of us. 49ers versus the Bengals square off today in Cincinnati. We're going to see what type of performance we're going to get out of this squad. Obviously, the 49ers are coming off a game against Seattle that was one to be forgotten. A lot of there were some good plays that occurred in the game against Seattle, but overall execution wise, it's just not the performance that this team should be putting out there on a week in, week out basis. So it's going to be very interesting to see what type of performance, which team we get today. We got good Jimmy, we got bad Jimmy, we got good 49ers, we got bad 49ers. It's going to be very interesting to see what is going to be the result of today's game. Obviously, one of the positives, we see you on Twitch. Let's go. Try to keep the good vibes today. We'll try. But one of the positives is that Deebo Samuel is returning. So that is a positive. So hopefully Deebo could be the spark that we need today. Really are going to be leaning on Deebo Samuel quite a bit, I would imagine, especially with Elijah Mitchell being out today. I would have to imagine that Deebo Samuel, we will see him in the backfield. We'll see him all over the place. Again, the offensive weapon that Deebo Samuel is, I would imagine Deebo is in line for a lot of touches today, manufactured touches, anything that we can do to get him the ball. 49ers will probably be trying to do that. Also, George Kittle coming off of a monster game against Seattle. What was it? 9 catches, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's going to be interesting to see how those two are worked into the offense, especially after, Deebo has been out. So would love to see both of those two players produce. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk as well. It's going to be very interesting to see, though, who else steps up, because in every game, there is going to be one of those dark horses that we weren't really anticipating or expecting that really show up and ball out. So it could be Jawan Jennings. We could see Trent Sherfield. Maybe Jermichael Hasty makes an end zone appearance. Jeff Wilson. Charlie Warner potentially. So there's a lot of ancillary pieces that could be of huge benefit today. It's going to be really interesting to see how it all looks, how everything, what it looks like today. Obviously, I think this game is going to really hang on the shoulder and the arm of Jimmy Garoppolo. It feels like with the injuries that the 49ers do have with the defensive backs, no Emmanuel Mosley, no Dante Johnson. I was actually looking forward to getting Dante Johnson out there. Looks like it's going to be Josh Norman, Ambry Thomas, and or Diamador Lenore. So it's going to be really interesting to see what occurs on the outside, because as we know, the Bengals have one of the most potent passing attacks in regards to wide receiver rooms in the league, especially one of the young up-and-coming wide receiver rooms in the league. Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, phenomenal athletes. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the Bengals attack the 49ers defense with the perceived issues on the outside. However, to counter the issues that we have at cornerback, Fred Warner comes back, and I think that's going to be a huge boost to the 49ers defense. How could it not? Your defensive captain is now back, and to play next to Azeez Al-Shaair. Those two linebackers could potentially have huge impact today. Absolutely a huge impact today. The hope is that we make it real muddy on the inside of the field. Again, on every level, we have two great cover linebackers who can control the middle of the field. If Talanoa Hufanga is going to be playing kind of that hybrid, kind of Will or Sam linebacker role, Um, I can also envision a game where he's just kind of clamps out there in the flat. So it's going to be interesting to see. And then, of course, on the back end, we got Jaquiski Tart and Jimmy Ward, who've been balling for the most part all year. So I feel good with the middle of the field. It's going to be interesting to see how we defend outside the numbers and doing those kinds of things. I would imagine we might see some zone today on the defensive side. Um, I would I would probably want to keep our young rookie cornerbacks away from press man situations, just because we know. I mean, it's not that they're not capable. They probably will find themselves in one or two of those situations, but just try to limit the big play to our young guys. Try to keep everything in front. Don't get beat over the top. So it's going to be about trying to limit what the Bengals are capable of doing. Again, they have Joe Mixon, who is a great runner. So they have a pretty solid, balanced attack heading into this game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the 49ers defense reacts to Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense. But obviously, a big game from Nick Bosa would be huge. If we could continue to get Joe Burrow off his spot and make it real muddy for him up there, just in the trenches. Guys like Arden Key, Charles Omenahue, those guys have really kind of been taking a step up when rushing the passer, especially over the guards. So would love to see how those guys are used today, see if they can create any interior pressure in passing situations. So it's gonna be a chess match. I think it's going to be a more high scoring affair. Um, and yes, DJ Jones, of course. DJ Jones has been taking huge strides this year, and has been a force on the defensive line. So if he can continue to ball out, and do all those different kinds of things, that would be great. So the D line we're gonna need them. We're gonna need that D line. They're gonna want to run the ball with Joe Mixon. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the everything all plays out. But I do think ultimately this is gonna be a game that is. I think we're gonna need Jimmy. I think we're gonna need to rely on Jimmy. We're gonna look to Jimmy to make big plays, big throws. Um, this defense does have weaknesses and holes, and you can exploit them, especially in the passing game. So everything kind of is gearing up, especially with no Elijah Mitchell. Um, feels like it could be gearing up for a game that we could see a lot of passing. So it's going to be interesting to see again, though, game flow. I would imagine the 49ers are going to want to run the ball and get run game going and solidified early, because we know that's just such a huge portion of everything that they do, and all that good stuff. So we're going to see again, it's going to be BC running back by committee, Jermichael Hasty, Jeff Wilson, and likely Debo Samuel. So going to be interesting. Going to be very interesting to say the least. So, like I said, though, I think it's going to be a situation. Again, we look at the Bengals offense. I just looking on paper, they look like an offense that's capable of scoring a decent amount of points. So it could be a situation where the 49ers are going to have to rely on their offense to, again, generate and score points. Could be a situation where Jimmy Garoppolo is relied on early and often. We'll find out. It's going to be it's going to be um, an interesting situation. I keep coming back to the word interesting just because I think it's safe to say that based on how we've watched the games this year, it's week 14. The 49ers are heading into their 13th game. We don't know which team is going to show up today. Um, we've seen them come out look good against, the Rams, the Jags, Chicago. Chicago at points, Green Bay at points. But we've also seen the other side of it. We've also seen what happens when they go up to Seattle and just can't execute and play the game that they really want to play. Although they put themselves in position to at least tie the game at the end, we just don't know. We just don't know. It's hard to look at this team and say this is the type of performance that we're going to get today because we've seen the fluctuation of the schematic changes week to week. So it's really we don't know. So I'm interested to see. Again, I keep coming back to the word interesting or interested. I'm kind of just sitting back and we're just gonna watch. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not gonna throw out any crazy uh, predictions or anything like that. Just honestly, what I hope to see is the 49ers taking care of the football. When it comes down to it, I just really want to see this team take care of the football, no turnovers, no poor plays. Now, the ball's going to bounce and it's going to go the wrong way. That's going to happen. That's football. So that is to be expected. There's going to be plays or opportunities where things just happen. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the self-inflicted type of mistakes. If the 49ers can play as clean a football as they can within their control, then there's a shot. We got an opportunity to go on the road in Cincinnati and steal a win. So hopefully that's the case. Um, but like I said, we all experienced the Seattle games, so we are going to just kind of sit back, watch, and let the boys do the work. Um, so until then, um, we'll see. I feel confident that this team, if they play their game, they play their style, they do what they want to do, no self inflicted wounds or mistakes, or at least limit those, they can be any team in this league. So the 49ers are capable. They have the talent, they have the coaches, they have it all, even with some of the injuries that have occurred, even with what we're dealing with on the with the outside you know depth issues with cornerback based on the injuries. I still feel like there's an opportunity to come out and win this game, but it's going to take all 11 hats flying around to the football. We're going to need some of those. We're going to need some of those peanut punches from Josh Norman. Hell, I don't even care. Just get the dang dub. Because if the 49ers can do that, they're in an opportunity to control their destiny and keep moving forward for the playoffs, which is the ultimate goal. Um, the ultimate goal is getting a shot at the playoffs. I know there's a lot of the fan base that are ready to chalk up the season, move on to the off season, do those types of things. But there is another portion of the fan base that recognizes that they still have a shot at the playoffs. So, although there are 5 games left, I'm viewing it again. If I had to put myself in that locker room, I'm trying to view this as it's a 1 game season. We've got 5 1 game seasons from here on out. We've got 5 opportunities in front of us to be able to solidify a spot in the playoffs. The 49ers win they can win 10 games. They probably got a shot. So 10 games, that's 4 out of the last 5. So Redskins are losing. That's good. So again, there are going to be other things that go on throughout the league, seeding, the way those teams are winning and or losing. But again, can't worry about those teams. Can only worry about the 49ers. And again, the goal is to control it and play 1 game at a time. Don't look too far ahead. We got the Bengals right here in front of us this afternoon. So hope is that they ball out. I want to see some predictions from you guys in the chat. I'll try to get you guys involved a little bit. Who is going to be today's offensive MVP? Give me an offensive MVP and give me a defensive MVP. I want to see who you guys think that will be the most impactful both on offense and on defense. I just want to see where your guys' heads at this afternoon going into the game against the Bengals. Who's going to ball? Huh? Who's going to do it? I see Gold-Blooded saying Debo's going to have a monster game. Faithful says we win 27-24, Debo MVP. Jeff Wilson, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ooh, that's spicy. I like that. See a bunch of Debos. I got a Fred Warner. Kittle Aziz over here on YouTube. We got Debo and Fred. We got Debo and Bosa. Debo and Bosa. Brian says defense, he got Bosa. Offense, he's got Brandon Ayuk. Bosa and BA. Let's go. Deez is going with 49ers, George Kittle, and Fred Warner. Oh, we got a Jimmy throws 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. We got Kittle, Bosa. Offense, Ayuk. Defense, Nick. Kittle, Ayuk. Trent Williams, MVP for keeping Jimmy G clean. I love that answer for sure. Aziz lead the game in tackles. So I like it. Got a lot of Debo and or Kittle for offensive MVPs, defensive MVPs. We got some Aziz. We got some Fred Warner. Oh, we got DJ Jones. There's some DJ Jones love. Let's go. We got Bosa and Debo over here on YouTube. So looks like oh, we got a Jimmy Ward. There we go. So Trent Williams and Lake. Oh, I love the O-line love. So it's going to be, I think we can want and expect big performances from a couple guys, but I think it's going to be a lot of team ball today. I think team ball, the idea of playing again, can't emphasize it enough. Everyone executing their technique, everyone playing their role and responsibility within the offense or defense, and just taking care of their job. And if everyone does their job, obviously it's so cliche when you're talking about football. You hear it from coaches all the time. Just do your job. Just don't focus on anyone else. If you do your job, everything else will fall into place. And that's honestly kind of what I think it's got to be like today. Everyone just focus in on their own internal responsibility. Don't start overthinking or thinking more grandiose in regards to the overall game. There's going to be strikes from the Bengals. The Bengals are going to get us here or there, and I think that's we understand that going into this. So just being able to withstand those blows and again stay within, locked in on your responsibility, what you got to do, keep everything in front of you. And if all 11 guys are doing that on each side of the ball, even on special teams, everyone just be keyed in, alert, ready to go, focused in on their job, and everyone doing that at the same time, that's winning football. That's how they can take down a team like the Bengals on the road with an insane passing attack, with really good running back. It's going to take everyone. So it's going to take everyone. So hopefully the team is locked in, focused, ready to go, and we get a good game as a result. How about this? Let's drop in your guys' final score predictions. I want to see your score predictions. Richard Donaldson said no stupid penalties too. I agree. Let's keep the penalties to a minimum, although again, partially something that we can't really control a lot of. Again, Bosa getting held or not getting held, or our guys holding. We just got to control what we control. Again, do your job. Everything will fall in place. Tabular Bike says 42-38 Bengals. Ooh. First score prediction we got is a Bengals score prediction for the W. We got 34-28 Niners on Instagram, 34-21 from Ali. What else we got? 28-17, 24-21, 31-28 Niners. We got 28-10 from Vita. Richard says 49-0 like always. Luke says 34-31, 23 Niners. 31-34 Niners. For the most part, looks like everyone is calling it a high scoring affair. I think that seems fair. 27-24, pretty close. 42-36. I'm thinking this is going to be in the 30s. I think this is going to be, again, because I think it's going to be a situation where the Bengals are probably going to get one or two on us. I'm just anticipating where it's going to be a bit of a back and forth, where it could be a potentially high scoring game. So I, Jesse Wade saying 33-26. I think that's pretty fair. Nolan is saying 30-27. I think that's pretty fair. I think it's going to be around that range. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we get today. Um, we'll see what we get today. So hopefully the 49ers can go into this game ready to go, locked and loaded, and ready to just punch someone in the mouth straight up. I think it's going to come down to a lot of mentality this game. I think it's something that the 49ers have struggled with for a lot of the year. I think they've struggled with kind of the energy and it's kind of been a wave. It's been a tidal wave of emotions throughout the year. So I would imagine it's hard for those guys to do that as well. So honestly, the hope is that we come in locked in, ready to go, and just understand that the storm's coming. So just be prepared. And if we can take the storm to them, even better. Get them out of sorts. Again, create turnovers. I think we're going to need some of those from the defense. A turnover here or there would be fantastic. So hopefully that's what we're looking at. But like I said, it's gonna be an interesting game today. I really don't have a strong sense of at least like who's gonna win. Normally we can feel pretty confident going into these games, but we're tempered expectation. We're hoping for the best, but we're prepared for the worst at the same time, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay. Luke Luna, loyal gang, sourdough Brad, much love. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Luke. Always. So do you guys have any keys to victories? If you guys want to drop your keys to victories before we break and get ready for the game, what's the vibe? I appreciate the beard love. Seattle game still hurts. It does. It does hurt. It does hurt. But again, I think one of the biggest keys to victory is Jimmy Garoppolo. I think one of the biggest keys to victory today is Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy playing efficient, smart, sound football, no turnovers, and all that good stuff. So that's hopefully the case. Keys to victory on Instagram, lock up Chase and Higgins. Facts. Key to victory, score. Don't stop scoring. Yes, we need all the points. Can't leave points out on the field. No missed field goals. We got to make all the points. We have to take advantage of every opportunity that's given to us. We can't leave plays out on the field. Something that's been really hard watching the tape all year is they've left so many plays out on that field. Big plays, big touchdowns, things that are schemed up, that are there, they're open, just missed. Whether it's reads, throws, drops, penalties, missed blocks, you name it. It's been one of those years. So the hope is we clean that up a little bit. Key to victory, attack, cover 1, cover 2. Yes. Yes, I would like to see that. If they're going to come out and cover 1, I would love to see the 49ers take shots. Would love to see the 49ers take shots. Would love that. Also, because we've talked about keeps defenses honest. If you're going to throw on them running cover 1, they're going to bail out of that quick, especially if you're successful at it. So, again, they know what they're going to try to do, or they know what we're going to try to do. So it's going to be interesting again to see the counters off of them trying to stop our bread and butter. What's our bread and butter? Running these kind of outside power / zone plays, and or throwing over the middle. Those are bread and butters right now. So they're going to sell out to stop those things. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they essentially counter off those things. Great question. Perfect opportunity to drop it. So we got the white hat today. We've kind of discovered this. So this residency, I'm going to get it over here on YouTube as well. We discovered that the Bay hat, so the white with the red script, when I wear this hat, we've won the games. So we're putting it to the test today. That's why I'm wearing the white. I'm wearing the white hat today. We're putting the theory to the test because I didn't wear the white hat last week. I wore the gold. I wore the candlestick. So I brought out the candlestick last week, and obviously we understood what happened last week. So they're all telling me to go back to the white. So I'm back with the white. If you want to get this specific hat, we actually have a pretty solid deal on it going right now. So if you go to residency.com, different than the other promo code that we have, this one is specific to the white hat. It's called the Bay. So our promo code is SF Bay Niners. That promo code will get you 35% off this hat. So if we win today, while I'm wearing the Bay hat, the white hat, I think we might have confirmed something. And then we might have to keep that energy going. And we just might all need to swoop some of these, the white Bay hats, because like I said, I've been wearing the white Bay hat quite a bit, especially during that winning streak, the 3-game winning streak, 4 out of the last 5, or excuse me, 3 out of the last 4, 4 out of the last 5. Jeez, get your numbers right. So if we can put it to the test, I'm pulling out all the juju today again, because we need that W. We need anything that we can get. So again, the promo code for this hat, SF Bay Niners. That's 35% off the entire purchase of this hat. So it's a good deal, and hopefully, it gets us. Let me try to get you a link here. Residency.com. So here's the link. And again, this hat is the Bay hat, white hat, promo code SF Bay Niners, 35% off. If you want to buy anything else off their site, because they have a ton of great gear, you can use the SF Niners promo code on anything, and that will get you a little discount as well. So, but again, we're bringing out all the stops. We're bringing out the white hat. It's got to be the lucky hat. We hope it's the lucky hat. We need it all. We need it all. 100%. We need it all. Oh, here's a super chat. Thanks for the reminder, Luke. I didn't see this. Chris Royal says Burrow loves throwing them INTs. Let's keep him throwing those INTs, please. Let's keep him throwing those INTs. because we need we need all the opportunities that we can get. We need all the opportunities that we can get. Again, I probably should have put the promo code with whatever. So resident residency. Sorry, guys. So again, here we go. Sorry. There we go. Now we got the link and the promo code. Link, promo code, 35% off. You know the vibes. All right. So we're doing anything at this point. That's where we're at. We're at this point of the year where we are not changing hats, or if we've changed hats, we're going back to other hats because we need it all. We don't care. We need all the good juju. I'll take it. I don't care. Because if the 49ers can win today, again, the whole goal is to get into the playoffs. The whole goal of this year is to get into the playoffs. Super Bowl sounds great. NFC Championship sounds great. Divisional round playoffs sounds great. Don't care. Oh, let's go. We see you, my guy. Just ordered the residency hat. Let's go. We see you. We see you, my guy. Narcisse might have destroyed that at. So essentially, though, what we're fighting for. Good looking. Oh, we got a sub over here on YouTube. Let's go. What we're really, really looking for today. What we're really, really looking for today is that will. It's that intangible. It's that, everyone is an athlete on this field. Everyone is capable of being a playmaker. But from an overall team perspective and vibe, I just want to feel like this team is ready to roll. I think with obviously how things transpired against Seattle, that kind of turned on us quickly. So, really just hoping from a vibe perspective, just ready to rock, just ready to go. Like, no BS, no whatever, no distractions. Just go out there and ball. And I just hope that the vibe permeates. Fred Warner's coming back. With Fred Warner being there again, Fred Warner is a big vocal leader of this team. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams. Gonna need the leaders to really step up today. Again, they've been doing it all year. But the hope is that energy again permeates through the rest of the roster and everyone's ready to go. I can't believe we lost to the Seahawks. Look at them versus the Texans. Hey, man, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Doesn't matter who's in front of them. Play their game, play their style, bring their energy. Doesn't matter who's on the other side. As long as they do everything that they need to do and know that they need to do, they can win any game. So that's one of the positives of this team. I know a lot of people are frustrated, again, by them losing to the Seahawks and then watching them just not play well against the Texans today, who are definitely not a good team. So people have a hard time with those things. But again, a lot of it comes back to energy, execution, and being able to withstand the storm. So hopefully today, any storms that pop up, not an issue. We just keep moving forward. Obviously, special teams looking for all three phases yet again. All three phases to be successful: offense, special teams, defense, along with coaching too. We want to see coaching align with what the players are executing. There's an opportunity where the 49ers can absolutely win this game. It's going to take It's gonna take everyone. It's gonna take everyone. Um, it's gonna take everyone. So let's see what we get. So the 49ers are going to be kicking off here around, what was it, like 125 or something like that. Um, so game will be coming up here not too long. Normally we do like a live reaction show on YouTube for the entire game. We're gonna do it a little bit differently today. I'm not gonna do the full live reaction. So what we're kind of doing today is we're doing pregame show, halftime show, and then postgame show. So just gonna actually kick back, watch the game with the family today. Hopefully we get the dub. Maybe try to switch it up, try something else, so we get the good juju flowing for this game. So again, I'll be back on both my lives on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We'll be back at halftime to do our halftime breakdown, and then again, we will also be back post game live. We will talk about the entire game, what happened, all that good stuff. So again, everyone, do what you need to do. Get your lucky rabbit's foot. I got the lucky cap on. Well, we're trying it all. We're trying it all. We want this dub today. So hopefully we can get it. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys at halftime. And we'll be back. Hopefully the vibes will continue. And we're talking about lots of stuff. Luke, I see you. I'll hit you in the DM. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Just keep poking me. Appreciate you, Luke. Appreciate you guys on Instagram, across all these platforms. You guys are awesome. So we'll see. I'll see you guys at halftime, though. Peace. All right. We're out on IG. Let's go. Got the lucky PJs on. We got the lucky PJs on. Hell, whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, though, we'll be back at halftime. We'll be here to break it all down. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, let's get this dub. Let's go.